Evening, folks. Sorry if I look like crap. I've been in bed all day. Bit of man flu going on. But I was my man flu session today was cut short by being handed some papers. But let me first of all play you something that Gary Tomlinson said a couple of days ago.
Either be proven right or proven wrong within the next few weeks. So please bear with me. I want to do the shows again. I've got plenty of topics to talk about, but at the minute and for the moment, my mind's not right because what's happening, different footage is being edited, things are being distorted as to what I'm saying and what I'm meaning. So therefore, there's no more shows until all this mess is sorted out, which will be in the very near future. So thank you all for tuning in tonight. And let's move forward together, and we'll see where we'll finish up. But unfortunately, Willie knows I've just said.
Okay, so he was saying a couple of days ago that all of this mess is going to get sorted out in the next few weeks, that he's not doing any shows until this mess is sorted out, and he's sure it'll be in the next few weeks. Now that turns out that he is thinking this mess will be sorted out because of this. This was hand-delivered to me, hand-served to me by his solicitors today. It's a lot of papers. And the long and the short of it, I haven't read it all yet because it's a hell of a lot of reading. But the long and the short of it is that Gary Tomlinson and his company has filed a claim form in the High Courts yesterday in London, asking for an injunction against me and the Astomo website to be taken down. That's the first thing. The second thing is that he has paid over £3,000 in court fees to the court to lodge this stuff, and he's coming after me for £50,000 in damages. So he wants the site taken down. He wants an injunction to make me take the site down via the courts, and he wants £50,000 in damagement for the harassment that he says the site is. Now, remember, in this documents, he already confirms in the documents that he has contacted the police twice about the site, and they've said that there's nothing they can do. It's freedom of speech. And he was very disappointed the twice that he's done it. And it's an injunction, set of papers. Like I said, they were delivered to me about 5 o'clock this afternoon. It's hundreds of papers. And he wants the site taken down. He wants the courts to give an injunction for the site to be taken down, and he wants £50,000 in damages from me for the site. And that's the long and the short of it. I haven't read it all yet. It's a lot to read. But so I was then sent something earlier on that he posted out earlier about 9:15 saying, today is a day I will remember because it's a very, very, very smiley day, smiley face day with lots of smiley faces, which probably is an understatement. So let's up it to a laughing day. In fact, tonight I will go to bed far less stressed. Not long now, you magnificent seven, whatever that means. The truth is very powerful, providing you are telling it. I have no idea what he's talking about. So the long and the short of it is this. 2 weeks ago, I proved that Gary Tomlinson was lying to his teeth on his show, saying that there was no issue between him and the British Masters, and I showed a video showing that there was, and the British Masters had to pay a bunch of money to Gary Tomlinson for something completely ridiculous. He hates the fact that I've done that. He hates the fact that I've exposed him to be a liar. Over the last 2 weeks, he keeps saying about the truth will come out. Well, I don't quite know what else there is that can come out, because the truth's already come out and it's proven that he was lying through his teeth. The reality is, I have had the Astamo site up now for nearly 2 years to demonstrate what type of man him and his family are. Simple as that. It's up to people to make their own decisions. And as I've said before, and I'll say again, on that website is only information that is either my objective opinion about the man and his family, facts which are third-party facts that cannot be disproven, or questions asked about him and his family. Yes, as I put on there yesterday, and as I said to his solicitor, Mr. Aaron Wood, they seem to have a major issue that I got access to the document that they're saying I shouldn't got access, but I'm part of the court case, a document showing exactly what Gary Tomlinson made the British Masters do. And his solicitors are saying I should never have got access to that. I'm saying, well, it was available on the court system, and I'm a part of that court case. So, whatever. I've said that I will continue to display that document until a judge tells me that I can't, because that document clearly demonstrates that 2 weeks ago, Gary Tomlinson was lying through his teeth, saying there was no issues. And now we've got all this. We've got an injunction to try and get the website taken down, and he wants 50 grand in damages from me. And what that tells me is, despite being the completely open, honest, transparent, and above board member of society in the pigeon sport that Gary Tomlinson keeps saying week in, week out that he is, that actually the Ask Tomo site demonstrates that he's far from completely open, honest, and transparent, with nothing to hide and no lies or rubbish being told, because it actually demonstrates the real facts. And like I've said before, if you've got nothing to hide, you've got nothing to fear. And I've got nothing to hide. Like I said, if the judge tells me I got to take the document down, which I never agreed to be a confidential document, I will, of course, take it down and abide by the judge's decision. But you should see some of this. I'm being accused of harassment. I'm in here being accused of, I'm the reason that he's gone to hospital 3 times last year due to stress. And what the man seems to forget is stress is a two-way thing. He's very good at playing the victim. In fact, 2 years ago, he once accused me of playing the victim very well. And what he fails to think about is the fact is the toll it has on my family. My son, who's heavily into pigeon racing, my partner, Gabby, the stress that all of this stuff causes. It seems to be a one-way street. And I think he needs to understand his actions and his lies have an effect on a lot of people. And as I've said all along, the website is there to give my opinion on him and his family. And it's there to demonstrate the other side of him and his family that they don't want to see. They don't want people to see it. Hence the reason he's filed for an injunction, or he's planning to file for an injunction to get the website taken down. And at the same time, try and get £50,000 in damages. That's it. That's the update. There's a lot of papers to read. It will be defended. Don't get me wrong. I don't need the hassle. I've got two more important things to worry about and to be doing. But what I will say is this. Every step of the way since our initial disagreement 2 years ago about him not paying me a single penny for all of the work that I did, every single step of the way, he has tried everything he can to try and bully and intimidate me just to go away and shut up. That will never happen. I will never bow down to bullying, intimidation, vile, horrible threats that I know, although I can't prove it, he is the spreader, originator of, about me and my my past. He's tried every trick in the book, and I will not back down to bullies, whether that be him with his family trying to do and say whatever they say, or whether now it be solicitors using the courts to try and bully and do whatever they think they can do. There's a thing called free speech, which we have been very lucky and blessed to have. And despite what he says in these documents, there are no lies in that on that website, asktomo.com. Purely facts, my opinion, or me asking questions. And like I said yesterday, if he's so keen to prove that he's never lied, he doesn't tell lies, then accept my offer of taking a polygraph test. Like I put on there yesterday. The man hates the fact that real, truthful information about him is out on that website. So he wanted a lot more than initially, no more than 500,000 from British Masters. No more. That was the exact words. No more than 500,000. But yes, he did settle for that amount and had a confidentiality agreement there. And that's a paper that I legally was accessed to via the court filing system because I'm part of that. And that's a paper that I have not signed to say I agree to any confidentiality. My name's mentioned on there. And if a judge tells me that that order that his solicitors is telling me I should never have got access to, if a judge tells me I have to take it down, then I will take it down. But go and watch the video of him, the very top of Astomo, clearly stating there's no problem with British Masters. And then lying through his teeth. So yeah, like I said, somebody's just commented on it, give it a rest. It's making me bad. It's hassle I don't want. It's hassle I've never wanted. Remember, I've 4 times now I've tried to settle this with Gary Tomlinson over the last 2 years, and he's refused every single time. It's hassle and stress and a lot of pain that my family don't want. I don't want it. I got more important things to be doing. But at the same time, like I said, I refuse to back down to bullies. And in my opinion, my own freedom of speech opinion, Gary Tomlinson is a bully that relies on people doing what he thinks they should do and saying what he thinks they shouldn't say. And I will not back down to bullies ever. So with this injunction papers now, which I've got to go through, nice bedtime reading for me, we'll see what happens. But like I've said before, you've got nothing to hide, you've got nothing to fear, and I've got nothing to hide or fear. Thank you for watching. Catch you again.